Opening of Dr. Goon's Bistro, Bed and Breakfast, Bar and Grill, Cafe and Lounge on the water. We've prepared a lovely tasting menu for you tonight. And so sit back and relax, and you're listening to the Goon Tribune. Say that your death was justified. Now that boy didn't want beef, he had just a fry. Gonna make a new world order? What would you like? About as American as barbecue, just pick a side. Well, let me get a scrumptious slice of the pumpkin pie, some shuck and jive, and then a daily special fancy a duck. Dive with a tub of wine and numb my mind. I'm sorry, doctor, but your car's decline, Order? Fuck what you like, about as American as barbecue, just pick a side. Spent forever on hold, waiting for representative, and I feel like I'm the sickest, but make it count as a negative, And there's a line round the block for the food that feel like I said it if we all make it one spring salad for some executive, nah. What would you like, about as American as barbecue, just pick a side, but choose right. Did I say that your death was justified? And I seen him hit the lick, left the boy liquefied. Breaking it next to be adequate, all of my customers lay him in the caskets. Doctor, just stop it, don't be so dramatic. I love in my throat and it's turned metastatic, but I still never choke on my oath, they regret it. Now I got massive, been giving me lashes to pick up my pro, make up some magic until he can cop a new goon from the factory. My flows is discontented, I'm the last of me. Nutrition facts was too hazardous. I spit flames so propane had massa calling me the masochist. This next tune is called Gourmet.
I'm swerving in a whip with Louisiana plates. Louisiana plates, yeah, I bet you wanna taste. Now Goon give you a table, Goon save you a plate. I'm serving soft shell crab on the bed of etouffee with boudin stuffing, yay. Gumbo and filet, no stomach is safe when Goon get gourmet. Next course, seafood place, satsuma sorbet. Louisiana plates, we ain't leaving no trace. Goon in the kitchen wondering when you're gonna listen. I got stomach so full, ain't no room for division. All that seafood leaving you in mint condition. And it's food for your soul and it's prescribed by your physician. Goon in the kitchen and I'm Sazerac sipping. I'm whipping something a little different than last week's menu. I'm stuffing a red snapper with some alligator filling. Used to cooking low and slow, but this one skipped out my skillet. Goon in the kitchen and I'm living true tradition. I got red beans, Mondays, cornbread with it. I take a bite, I see visions, ancestors, apparitions. So good you slap your mama, grab the chef and kiss him. Goon in the kitchen, about to 86 your sickness with grits, shrimp gravy and a buttermilk biscuit. Louisiana plate, show you what your spirit been missing. Recipes and prescriptions, no, I don't see them no different when I'm swerving in a whip with Louisiana plates. Louisiana plates, yeah, bet you wanna taste. Goon got you a table, Goon save you a plate. I'm serving soft shell crab on the bed of etouffee with boudin stuffing, yeah. Gumbo and filet, no stomach is safe when Goon get gourmet. Next course, seafood place, satsuma sorbet. Louisiana place, we ain't leaving no trace, my friends, is what happens when you write music when you're hungry. Now back to our regular scheduled programming. You're listening to Goon Tribune. What's up? Pleased to meet you. Remember back when I had squeaky clean features? Everything I did was precise to procedure. Dedicated my entire life to my research. I walk into my lab, no demons in my demeanor. Had gloves in a mask, lab coat fresh out the cleaners. No stains on my record. Must have missed all the misdemeanors. Only drinking Aquafina and reefer ain't even meter, huh? Time sure flies when you're living by the book. Let me say this for fresh eyes. Tomorrow take a look. It's getting close to my bedtime, even closer to results. Isolating goon enzymes at the setting of the sun. But the moonlight shines, suddenly something changes. Sun goes down and I'm feeling different. Dangerous, looked in the mirror and I get spooked by a stranger. I think sanity's leaving me, feel my brain waving under my training, explaining this transformation. Experiment uncontained, I'm contagion, contaminated. Guess it's never what you think when you meet the thing that you chasing. Now I get why God's afraid of her own creation. I did some alchemy on my water, changed it to Douce and drained it. Medicine cabinet raided like getting faded, my favorite. I'm doing things that I would never do. Confused is an understatement. Voices in my head explaining, now you're the goon. By day you're a doctor, by night a monster called a goon. And I know no that ain't no first responder, that's a goon. Check under your bed and then check your closet for the goon. And front door please lock it, especially on the phone. Another lesson. Sun's first rays always made a good impression. But I'm waking up, headache, no recollection. And voices in my head overwhelming me with questions. Someone broke into my lab, ransacked my private practice workstation. They trashed it, it's covered in blood splatter. My mirror shattered, my afro nappy lab coat in tatters. I think a criminal broke in and that bastard attacked me. I'm looking for a weapon, but nothing is where I left it. Like tornadoes made these messes, but I'm starting to see the methods. Work was hella messy, but it was nevertheless impressive. It's a plot to steal my credit. Years of research perfected. Reports aborted findings, just as I had suspected. With goon enzymes metabolizing rhymes, high rates of ingestion. Was this a rival doctor? I want him dead or arrested. But in the footnotes, the culprit left me a message. He said, goon, go check the security cameras, you gon' see the goon. Does he look a bit familiar to you? He the goon. Take a look up in that shadow mirror, see the goon. And front door, please lock it, especially on the phone. By day you're a doctor, by night a monster called a goon. And I know no, that ain't no first responder, that's a goon. Check under your bed and then check your closet for the goon. And front door, please lock it, especially on the full moon. Next one's called Medication. I got this new medication, the first and only of its kind. So many applications, the spirit, body, and the mind. I got this new medication, shit, and I get high on my supply. This music is the medication, the only one that I prescribe. Look. Just call and make arrangements. Non-invasive operation is safe for all ages. Won't raise your insurance payment. Now process so painless. Prescription taken daily and under close observation. See sickness symptoms abating. Now latest contagion shall remain nameless. Big pharma profiteers hate it and say it's dangerous when only side effects is maybe musical taste changes. Wait, let me explain it plain in layman's for new patients. It's these secretions that's leaking out your speakers. My beats fill a beaker, my drip go intravenous. Or I can put you under if you squeamish with the needles. Just count back from 20 and wait for the anesthesia like 19, 18, 17, this is easy. I was 16, rapping and I heard a doctor speaking. 15, 14, okay, I think I feel it. 13, then I say fuck 12, and then I'm sleeping. Medication, the first and only of its kind. So many applications, the spirit, body, and the mind. I got this new medication. Shit, and I get high on my supply. This music is the medication, the only one that I prescribe. So now the patient is stabilized, salvation rate still applies. I've been trained to see the signs that you're within an inch of life. Contagious rhymes, they chemically synthesize. In my superconscious mind, I'll take my Nobel Prize. Other sides got bright lights and they might hypnotize. And these sights for sore eyes, now we desensitize. But don't forget to live in your fight to survive. And please try to arrive at your assigned appointment time, cause it's these secretions that's leaking out your speakers. My beats fill a beacon, my drip go intravenous. Or I could put you under if you squeamish with the needles. Just count back from 20 and wait for the anesthesia. Like 19, 18, 17, this is easy. I was 16, rapping and I heard a doctor speaking. 15, 14, 13 years of research. Now Dr. Goon, the reason ECGs keep beeping. Medication, the first and only of its kind. So many applications, the spirit, body, and the mind. I got this new medication. Shit, and I get high on my supply. This music is the medication, the only one that I prescribe. Got this new medication. Thank you so much. Everyone, I give you Goon Tribune. from Kevin Gamble on the keys and Andrew Tomten on the sax. Thank you guys so much for being here. This next one is called Pumpkin Hill. I dedicated it to the late, great Sean Price of Helter Skelter. If anybody knows Sean Price, rest in peace, my friend. It was the sonic boom, knocked him out his designer shoes. You watch the news, population that got confused. Still counting down, nobody done sparked the fuse. Too scared of the dark to see the moonflowers bloom. It gets dark in my hood, might just jack-o'-lantern. First meal of the day, number 7, a knuckle sandwich. Now careful which corner you standing, don't give no one no advantage. Cause when somebody famished, man, there ain't no commandments. Surrounded by mist, Goon draws near, Mike in his fist, cable the Goon knows where. Follow me down this road where most don't dare. So are you living in faith or are you living in fear? Walking with the Goon ain't no reason to be scared. I guide you through the dark, before you know it we there. You say, thank you Goon, turn around to pay the fare. But all the mist is clear like the Goon was never there, huh? Just a part of life when you got nothing to lose. Now you out your panic room, about as flighty as a loose balloon. You wrote your obituary, your mind at the cemetery, but the moonflowers bloomed in St. Louis, number 2 and undead. Dr. Goon rising from a tomb, looking like he might annihilate the room. Now you don't want it to be you with your picture on the news, with the blunt force trauma to the lungs and a couple stab wounds. Surrounded by mist, Goon draws near, Mike in his fist, cable the Goon knows where. Follow me down this road where most don't dare. So are you living in faith or are you living in fear? Walking with the Goon, there ain't no reason to be scared. I guide you through the dark, before you know it we there. And you say, thank you Goon, turn around to pay the fare. But all the mist is clear like the Goon was never there, huh? Look at my identity. I've seen obscenity. I said fuck the world and she took my virginity. Shit. I've seen obscenity, a petty pendulum swinging between a zero and infinity. Yeah, I've seen obscenity. I've seen some better hide your penny thieves. I've had the spirit come over me when I'm smoking on Magnolia Leaves. And then I seen them guns pointed at me from the infants of the infantry. Like, who let them pigs out the piggery? Hide behind the badge that reads incarceration industry. And it causes white supremacy and keeping niggas living just as fucking miserably. I smoke bigger trees, I think bigotry. I see them bridges burning, I seen them bridges hella rickety. I seen empathy among enemies, seen beauty but I viewed it cynically. And both aesthetic and intrinsically, this synonym is symmetry, swimming rhythmically. It happened cataclysmically. You get it? Get a lead? That pussy money weed, something like a holy trinity, huh? And there were moments of clarity, tarnished with turbidity, of honest contradictory. And now these days feel rotisserie, trickery up in my periphery. I take a look at history and miss what I thought was fucking misery. And now these lungs is a coal mine, and now this liver, this distillery, filling me with memories of that acidity. Straight up digging in my dignity, I feel it filthily. Yeah. Wishing I did shit a little bit differently, guiltily, a captain of my own captivity. I stood vividly in divinity, but living in delinquency delivered me deliberately, dizzily to consistency. This stability in frigidity. I went from infamy to an infancy. Yeah, now art is this artillery. Now I just hope it's not artificially. Now are you listening? I know this scribbling just a little bit sickening, but ain't a little bit interesting. This future I'm envisioning, been zooming through the Milky Way. I see them boys snickering. Now this positioning, unlimiting my wit, you will be listening, glistening, an infinite calligraphy. You feeling me? But despite this ability, I'm notably just nobody. But hopefully I'ma grow ferociously, overseas and glow globally, cope copiously and fill my mind with some dopamine, because I've been killed all these rappers. That's just colloquially. Now with these verses for adversity, prose filled with a potency devoted precociously to that poetry of poverty. Unknowingly what the future may hold for me. All I know is fuck looking back woefully. MF Doom once said, "To me, from a musical aspect, hip-hop is going a direction to where it's 100, almost damn near 100% on everything besides the music, like what you look like, the sound of your name, to what you're wearing, the brand of clothing, to whatever intoxicants you choose to put in your body. Basically, everything except for what the music sounds like. So the mask is really a testament to, yo, it's not about none of that. It's straight about the wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be any color or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The mask represents this, everybody, you know, do it, yo. Nothing matters. Brand of clothing, none of that matters. All that matters is you can spit and the beats. If the beats is raw, then that's what it's about. It's All Hallows Eve. I'm the best MC with no mask you ever seen. That como fomo been fueling my urgency. I've been rushing into function, taking nothing that I don't need. I got my keys, my means, greens, I please. My time so squeezed, so my feet hit the street. Way down the block now, you can hear the beat. But in this heat, think I need something to drink. Hit the fridge, then I hit the brakes. Not bringing beer was a big mistake, but in the back of the fridge, see a familiar shape. One beer left, just save the day. This is the doom, the metal face that paved the way. Put it plain, rap game, just a masquerade. This brew ain't got no expiration date, but Doom never gave a fuck about what a label say. Soon as the top twist, it hits. The first sip was crisp, it hit like a ton of bricks. I couldn't resist taking the risk. The second kiss insists every minute we reminisce. On my brain lays my shit list. What to make out a blank page that don't yet exist. The bottle lift, I take a whiff. It smells stiff, it tells hints of special herbs in the mix. Never let a drop go to waste. When you go down to the sacred space, sit back the back of your palate with familiar taste. One beer left, just save the day. This is the doom, the metal face that paved the way. Put it plain, rap game, just a masquerade. This brew ain't got no expiration date, but Doom never gave a fuck about what a label say. Down to the dregs effects, it's anybody's guess now what I'm drinking next. Seeing double, so it's best to double check. Still a beer in the fridge, am I tripping or just blessed? I twist the neck, then I think of a test. I close the fridge, open it, the test of success is purely academic purposes. The doctor reassess. Guess no matter the reps, there's always one beer left. Never let a drop go to waste. You can always go down to that sacred space. In the back of the fridge, see a familiar shape. One beer left, just save the day. This is the doom, the metal face that paved the way. Put it plain, rap game, just a masquerade. This brew ain't got no expiration date, but Doom never gave a fuck about what a label say. Thank you. This will be our last song tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here, in here and out there. Thank you. We are Goon Tribune. Documents for this cookout in my backyard. Tried to make a copy, but clearly got your facts wrong. Hit the lottery with my skin, this shit don't scratch off. I hit the jackpot, huh? I got this beat on the black market. Ask him if it came to black. Black paint job, flawless. My brain black as obsidian. Scalper done cut the sharpest so you can see my scars. Like blood stains on this black magic carpet, the black sheep. So glad that I'm black-hearted. while I'm sipping black concoctions, blackmailing my letter boxes. Black mirrors show blacklist, and now they take precautions. But it's a blackout, and now black is your only option. Let me see your black card. I'm closing out these bars, this last call. Living while black, you know what that costs. I guess I go get me a black job. Let me see your black card. Scan your documents for this cookout in my backyard. Tried to make a copy, but clearly got your facts wrong. Walk a mile in my skin, I bet you won't get that far. Melanated jaguar, huh? Life's a cruel black joke, that's why I laugh. Black justice mad, bullseye eyes poked out. Excuse the dark humor, just something that's passed down. Now it's a drought, now you praying for black clouds. Now the pot and kettle laugh a little louder. Black roots, well showered, spring the blackest of flowers. With pollen the black and season, it mixed with black powder. I'm the blood, love, no charge, just black power. Let me see that black car. I'm closing out these bars, this last call. Living while black, you know what that costs. Guess I go give me a black job. Let me see your black card. For the black children that's wishing on a black star. Black thoughts hit the ignition and we blast off. This is black joy, the feeling that we ask for. Feeling like I'm a black god. What you're trying to ask is, why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture? I think that's what you're asking. It's I have no choice over it in the first place. To me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. And I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization, but we don't know anything about it. So again, I think I said this before in this interview, I think at some time before, my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to become more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there. Just bring it out. This is what compels me to compel them. And I will do it by whatever means necessary. Nina Simone. Hang out after this, and we can say hi in the little, convening area. What? Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Thanks, y'all. We got like a social hour.